welcome back to Cars_Mad. It's good to have you back.
It's been a while, hasn't it? 2 weeks or so. You're probably desperate for a new video from your favourite channel, Cars_Mad. And today we have a very cool topic lined up. We're going to be talking about
some of the most underrated cars around. There are some great cars that are somehow still cheap and just haven't really been discovered yet. So I want to start this list off with a car that could be as popular as the Honda Civic.
Ooh.
Like, a car that could be good. There just isn't as much aftermarket for them, which means if you want to... if you want to just buy off-the-shelf parts, maybe not the perfect car. But if you want to do a car your own way, kind of like a Honda Civic or something, then an N14 Nissan Pulsar is a great option. They have pretty good engines, and they you could get it in sedan or hatch. I don't know about the N14, but the N13 I think you could. So really any of like N13 or N14 Pulsar, it's a great option. There isn't that much aftermarket support for them, but there is some. So I reckon, yeah.
And it doesn't get talked about. That's what we're talking about on this list. These cars that are still cheap because for some reason they've flown under the radar.
Yeah.
So look, we want to keep it that way. Try and keep these secrets a secret, but also we want to always make sure we're giving our viewers the best information.
Tell everyone. But so also, I think that's a good option if you want a Honda Civic-like car.
Mm-hmm.
What about also the Nissan Extra? If you can find a bargain on one of them, they can be.
Yes.
They're basically convertible into anything. They can be a cabrio, a T-top, or a coupe. Just you take the roof panels off. It's really cool. I love them. And they have pop-up headlights as well, which is cool.
Do you think the best place to find these type of cars is probably Marketplace or?
Yeah. And then I want to move on to another car, the BMW 135i. Now, it's not the cheapest one. It's going to be over 10 grand, but they are a little coupe, smaller than the 3 Series, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Quite short, so not great for drifting, but great for track driving. But they have a 3-litre twin turbo inline-6 with 300 horsepower. That's not nothing.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're going to end up tuning it.
Yes, because those engines can handle up to like 600 horsepower on stock internal, 600 wheel horsepower. Not bad. But if you're into drifting, maybe a 335i, which are under 20 grand, great. Great car for under 20 grand. Same engine, so if you're into drifting, that's a pretty good option. Now, there are a few other cars that we want to talk about. Now, one of these is the Honda DC5 Integra. Somehow you can get one for under 10 grand. They have a K20A3. They don't have the most horsepower stock, but that engine's, it's capable.
It's not bad. And I feel like the Integra has gotten a little more attention as of late, but it's still somehow cheap to buy.
Yeah, so we're talking about the DC5, so 2002 to 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are autos though, so if you can find a manual, bargain, but it's worth looking for it. You
Absolutely.
Just, keep an eye out for a manual one, because they are, if you see a bargain like under 5 grand for a manual and it's in okay condition, then that is an absolute bargain, and if you want one, you should jump on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another option. Now let's talk about like 4-wheel drives, right?
Yes.
So the 80 series Toyota Land Cruiser, very expensive if you want to get one, especially a diesel.
Yes.
But here's a car. What about a Nissan GQ Patrol? There is a lot of aftermarket support for them.
Definitely is.
They're super capable. They come with diesel or petrol. They have a great rear LSD, a lot stronger than the 80 series. So arguably more capable off-road. And there's a lot of aftermarket support for them. Like, a lot.
I think the patrol community is quite big, actually.
Yeah, it's really big community, but somehow they're that cheap because they're not necessarily, they're good cars. They're just, they
They're not best
might
in
have been
class,
beaten.
they're not.
Well, I would say that they probably are kind of best in class, but they just have been beaten on a little bit.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't find a perfect one for cheap.
But I mean, you're getting a four-wheel drive, right?
Yeah.
You're going to beat it anyway, so you may as well get it already
capable.
worn in.
Yeah, it's capable, super capable. So there are a few engine options that you might look out for. So if you want a diesel, the TD42 is a good engine. Those are a little bit more pricey though. But if you want a petrol, get the RB30 model. 3-litre petrol engine, it's an RB. They can make tons of power, like 400 horsepower is no problem. And also look out for the Ford Maverick, which is basically the same car, just with the Ford badge.
Which we like better because it's Ford.
Kind of. I mean, nah, I don't mind either of them. I think that, yes. So, GQ Patrol, probably steer clear of the carbureted ones. And then that's, like, those are awesome cars. So what underrated cars do you think there are?
Let us know. Have you bought a car that you thought, well, I just can't believe that this is still underpriced?
Yeah.
And let us know. Obviously some of the pros are low prices. You get the steel. It gives you more money for other mods. Some of the negatives may be aftermarket support isn't always the greatest.
Yeah, but maybe you can build your own aftermarket support.
Exactly.
Build your own stuff. Like, go for it. Another good thing about a GQ Patrol is it's Barra. Like, so many people have Barra swapped them. And Barras are very cool. So, yeah. Underrated cars. What do you think? Got any out there? We'll wrap this video up, but if you want to see another underrated cars video, let us know in the comments. But I just want to list off one that is extremely good car
Yes.
before we leave, and that is the Lexus LS400. So it's got a 4-litre V8, the 1UZ FE, great engine.
And that's stock.
Yeah, that's like, it's a 1UZ FE, like that's awesome.
Pretty awesome.
LS400, that's great car, and it's pretty luxurious, But that's enough for today. If you have any ideas of videos, leave them in the comments below.
Yes.
Also, we will be dropping a Christmas edition that will premiere at 12 a.m. on Christmas Day.
A very special gift from Cars_Mad to you.
Yeah. If you want to see some of our other videos, just click on my head. If you want to see some of our other channel, just click on Daniel's head. That's enough for today. See you next time.